Oh, hi. You're gonna bail for food? Bruh. You're supposed to have the food ready. You know what it sounds like? That sounds like it's pizza night. Order yourselves a pizza. We have a trial. You like to say that? Well, get to it. Do it. Does sound good? Hell yeah. You know you want it. Better yet, think of it this way. When was the last time you had pizza? Don't do that to you? Hey, I'm just pointing the facts, bro. That's what we're here for. The truth. Facts, truth, evidence. And objections. And justice. Exactly. Is pizza justice? You better believe pizza's justice. It tastes like justice. You know what? Here's a good idea. Call up any lawyer and ask them if they eat pizza when they're trying to figure out a court case. I bet you they say yes. You need the pizza. Evidence that pizza is justice. Exactly. Take that. All right, we'll be starting in just a second. Hey, what's up, dishes? Grinding master egg is such a pain? I don't know what you're talking about. It's not that bad. Ooh. All right. We just about ready. No, I did not. I don't even have my camera hooked up, bruh. Nope. I'm on the table with my eyes closed. That is an actual representation of me, yes. Actually, I was thinking of trying to get a VTuber made at some point of the sloth. I think that'd be cool. All right. Let's bust out. We have a frickin' murder to solve, people. Apollo Justice! June 16th, 2:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. Oh, what a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive. Really? I had fun. And Walkie made it through the day too. Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case. But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. Oh, this fucking thing. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him. Hello? Ah, Miss Tyler. Oh, thank you for today. The trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Do you think Walkie will be okay? Well, he's not guilty. Yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations. Ugh. Way to put the pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Okay. Alright, let's see what we're working with. We still have all of our stuff from before. Can I show her this? Hold on, what talking points do we have? Okay, we'll start with marriage. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? I'm fine with it, and I love Walkie with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet. It doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Walkie first meet, anyway? Oh, that's a good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Ah, office romance. ... She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Interesting. So she doesn't want to tell me about her previous job? Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster? He's trying to transfer his assets to a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. Huh. I wonder if this explains that apron. I can't imagine Walkie going along with that. He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world. That's not the way I'd put it. His father moves in a lot of circles, and he's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family's been making a killing recently. Again, not the way I would have put it. But Walkie says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going. Oh, usually it's the father worried about tradition. Okay, so we know that the father wants to not be a gangster, but the son still wants to be a gangster. The question is why does he still want to be a gangster? Can I ask you a question about Walkie? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Merictus. Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And he just let me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in and get another doc to patch me up again. Yes, it sounded horrible. Walkie's always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Merictus Clinic a visit. I should be getting home now. Walkie's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right. Leave it to me. Apollo? I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? It's all right. I believe in you. Oh, she believes in us. Man, she's really gonna hate us when we get her husband, her fiance thrown in prison. Really? I can look at all of this stuff again? That's ridiculous. We're not doing that again. Okay, so what do we have? We have the Kitaki Mansion, Eldune's house, the detention center. Let's go back to the mansion first to see if we can give that girl... She's still not here. That is so frustrating to me. Okay, we can go into the park still. I don't think there's anything else to really examine except for everything we already examined. Okay. Go to Eldune's house. He's still not here. Where did he go? Front entrance to the Merictus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. There, perfect. Alright. Can I move into it? I can move into the garage still. Okay. I'm confused. They told me to go to the clinic, didn't they? Maybe we have to go to the Heckfield Clinic. Let's go see if we can talk to what's-his-face. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Huh. Looks like Walkie's out for questioning. I really need to talk to him. This will come back later. Excuse me. Yes? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir. The other? Ah, you mean the panty snatcher? Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too? All right, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this. He's a valuable witness. He is a bit precious. I'll give him that. Please keep this brief, if you would. I'm quite busy. I need to finish this paper. It's you! Mr. Stickler, I'd like to have a few words. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Okay. What you witnessed. I think that's more important. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this, I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen." And the next moment, a shot was fired. This is all true, really. My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than panty snatching. True. It sounds like Waki was at the scene of the crime after all. Oh, I wish it weren't so. Okay. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait! I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more. You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right? Can you guys word this a little differently? You're here too? Huh? Oh, great juicy, teach me. Huh? I must know the secret of your panties. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, make me your apprentice. Apollo, help! I don't know. I think you'd make a great, lovely assistant. Don't say that, Apollo. Okay. Fine. Ignore my evidence. See if I care. Wonder what he's thinking. On second thought, let's not go there. Okay, so he doesn't care about that. Okay, same thing. Dude, this guy does not care about any of our evidence. That's it! The mystery! The unanswerable riddle! Actually, they're just a normal pair of panties. What? How is this possible? It just takes practice, that's all. Then you must teach me. You must! To think, if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch, all from a pair of panties, my life would be complete. Oh, he's serious, isn't he? Okay. Yep, no, he's still... no, he just does not care about anything except for that underwear. He doesn't even care about his own damn cell phone. Okay, this is the only other place I can think of. And not even Phoenix is here. Okay. Any leads? So, any leads? One moment. Shazam! Alakazam! Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere. Ta-da! That's all? Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. Okay, wait. Can I somehow use this? Can I use this on the phone? Is that what it was talking about? I guess not. Because it showed both of those things, so I figured... What is it, Apollo? Oh, I want to see a magic trick. Is that it? Okay, watch while I make that piece of evidence disappear. Forever. Yipes! No thanks. My bad. Okay. Okay, so we can't check it for prints. If everything that Panty Snatcher said was true, it doesn't put Wacky in a very good position, does it? It was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's gotta be a different angle on this. Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present. Okay. So we went to the detention center, we went to Eldunes. Let's go back to the mansion. Okay, here we go. Itaki Mansion. There she is. Yipes, she's back. Hey, you two. Over here. Us? Yo, little plum. What's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I heard you retrieved my bloomers. Well, I was just a man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yes. Sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. But enough about bloomers. What about my son, Wacky? Wacky? Well, yes, clearly. Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. Okay. Well, let's give her back her underwear. About these. Hey, my bloomers. Thanks for that. I owe you one. I thought you might like them back, so... Huh? Oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh, no, I couldn't, really. I could use those in my magic panty sack. I'll pull shivs and pieces of Godfathers out of them. Great. Now your props are going to be going from bland to dangerous. Okay, so we're stuck with them. Wait, why is this all busted up? Is this did the car hit this? Impressive gate. Okay, yeah. Look at the nameplate. Okay, yeah. Okay, they already said all this already. Maybe that's too short and blunt. What do you think? No comment. Okay. What do you got going on? Wacky. He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster, dude. But life does have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys. ... What? Don't look at me like that. What, she thinks we're gonna become a gangster? He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago. Yes, we heard the story from Walkie. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom. Her words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, when all of this is taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences. The boss? You mean Walkie's father? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true. One of our pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was from this mansion. Well, we kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Walkie could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. She doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Yeah, Walkie's fiancé. They're getting married next month, correct? They're getting married next month, correct? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little plum. How'd you guess? Well, even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Walkie brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot. I could see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough. But you know... Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. You get a nose for it. A nose for people. A nose for trouble. Wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition. The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him. But Walkie seems, well... seems like he's against his father's position. It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Walkie isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true. But why the change? Isn't the gangster thing just not paying... Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. I see. Something must be up. He'll see things the way the boss sees them. Someday. Okay. That's all the information we can get from her right now. Let's do this one. Sorry, kid. I got no idea what you're talking... Really? You don't know anything about the checkup report? So this pistol belongs to the Kitaki family. Is that correct? It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh? Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given him that too? Are you kidding? I can't clean up very well without a broom. Okay. What about this? Can you tell me if this knife belongs to Walkie? Oh, that's his knife, all right. Bought it for him for his birthday. Wow, that's a pretty hardcore present. I remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. Ooh, I know the feeling. I'll bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. Okay, she knows nothing about that. I just had to make sure. I need to read it with more emotion? I'm reading it with plenty of emotion. Maybe if I actually take voice acting lessons. Okay. Maybe now if we go here? Yep, here we are. Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon. Oh, Mr. Eldoon. Huh. What's wrong? So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. But now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Even in death, he's after my neck. I tell you, bah! Can't even cook an honest noodle. He? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Merictus? I tell you, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. Okay. The noodle stand. That stand, for generations, it served up the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand. It's history, I tell you. Watch what you say, or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. That's right. You said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry.
He played the 42 long raided with 11 viewers.
Getting raided? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, VR. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see here. Let's make sure I got all this stuff set up. I might not have it all set up still, but we'll try it. Okay, that one's set up. But not the other thing. I'll have to get the clip viewer. Hold on. Clip viewer. I had it. I just don't remember what I used. Oh, it was this, wasn't it? What is all this? Max duration will go, what, 20 seconds? Hold on, I gotta get this set up. Yeah, Twitch Guru. You've been up for 20 hours and playing Infinite Wealth for about 16 of those? Damn. How did the game go? Did it go well? Okay, let's try it here, shall we? Boom, try it, and there we go.
All right, Hand of Vengeance. You got this. Oh my fucking god.
There we go, we got it working. Perfect. You got one minor gripe, but it's more on your OCD than anything? Oh, yeah? Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Bah! Let old noodles lie. That's what I say. I'm starting to get an idea of what he did, anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. And now I don't even have that. Okay, the Marictus Clinic. Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Marictus Clinic? Eh? I couldn't help but sense enmity there. Enmity? I hate him. Well, hated. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Kiryu's heat combos have no form of visual indication that they can be done. So you're often surprised with a 4-frame reaction to do them on basic attacks? Really? Oh, that's interesting. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kitaki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Marictus saw a chance for some business, so he started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal? Every 5th operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. 1 free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Yeah, there's no, like, aura or gauge or anything? Really? Just sometimes when you attack, the combo gets extended. It's jarring at times. That's very interesting. I'm surprised other people haven't complained about that. Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies? Oh, no doubt it's illegal, but it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here in the dark. Up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation. Oh, can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon, or should I say, Dr. Eldoon? Figured it out, did you? That's right, I was a doctor, a surgeon, until the year before last. So, Mr. Marictus was your rival? You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kinda. You take a spoon, you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, well, that's just fine. For people who hate them, I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him. So, you weren't exactly friends. Ha! Me and pal Marictus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. Then that no-good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that. Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By way of apology, you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Merictus, aren't you? Well, yes. Well, you want to know about a doctor, you ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldoon. I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Hey, what's up, Sin? How you doing? It's going good. We're playing some Apollo Justice. My first time playing it. Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me. Hey, it's you two from yesterday. Oh, that's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits. It's not involved. But what part of off limits don't you understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. No harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. Showcase that it was... Oh, we gotta go get the slippers. This trash can. This is where you found the mirror. Now, come to think of it, wasn't there something else in there? Something near the bottom? Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected? Let's pick them up. Hell yeah. Alright, we took the slippers. You've been very busy lately. You're not able to catch me live, but you've always watched my VODs. Oh, well, thank you very much. Eventually, I might start putting VODs on YouTube. So you can always catch them there as well. And that would actually help me out quite a bit. So if I start doing that, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Back to Eldoon's. Let's look at the court records so we can look at this. Bottom is covered with paint. Huh? What's this weird shape here? It looks like a leaf that was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint. So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. Ugh, I got paint on my hand. Apollo! I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. Just dropped a follow on the YouTube channel. Nice, thank you very much. No, I don't want to show it to you. Uh-oh, how do I talk to the non-existent police officer? Police car is parked in front of the Merictus Clinic. It's empty. Police must be inside investigating. Okay. The same thing. Nothing in the garage. Okay, so we can't... Even though we got the slippers, which it makes sense... Can I show you this? Nope, she's saying the same thing. Maybe I have to show it to her? Okay, well, we know that there's a print, so let's go into the park then. Maybe we can find the leaf. Blue plastic tarps cover the ground around the stand. They were apparently put there to preserve the crime scene. Okay, well, we see the leaves here. Trash can sits next to the path here. And I guess we now know it was Mr. Stickler who hid the Blum's bloomers in here. Blum's bloomers. Hey, Yuto. What's my YouTube channel called? I think it's just called Suave Sloth. Let me pull up the actual name. I think I have it linked actually on my channel. Let me look at my channel. Let's see here. No, I have a Twitter, a Discord, and a TikTok linked, of which I barely use any of those. Oh, how you doing, Yuto? Yeah, it's just Suave Sloth. Let me see if I can get the actual link for it. I think this link will take you to it. Try that one. If you can chat a link. Yeah, no, I currently still have links turned off because I don't have like constant mods to handle the bots that roll in and they're like, oh, check this out, and then they drop links left and right. But that should link it to it, I believe. I don't know why there's 1616 there. But I guess it's 1616. It worked? All right, cool. Yeah, I have a lot of old stuff on there, but I'm going to start posting VODs on there a little bit more often. You subscribed? Well, thank you very much. That'll definitely help. You guys ever can't catch the lives, you can just find them there. I think that's where we're going to start posting all of the VODs. You didn't know I had a YouTube? Yeah, I have a YouTube. I might also start, you know, busting out and trying to do multi-streams to things like Kick and everything, but we'll see. Looking forward to more YouTube content? I'll try. And I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who hid Little Plum's bloomers here, huh? Well, that's right, Trucy. And what a web of lies grew from that one little act. I can still remember that moment. You brandished those bloomers on high and shouted objection. Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory, gently lock it away deep in your heart, and never speak of it. Okay. So, nothing really new here that we can, you know, figure out. Is there a spot on the ground that's like... No? Damn, just trying to get in to talk to that guy. You've heard something. Some streamers use it to stream on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. Though it might be taxing for a PC. Well, my PC should definitely be able to handle it. You had dinner that you didn't have in a while. Steamed shrimp and crab cakes. Very nice. Hope it was delicious. Let's go back to the detention center, maybe. Yeah, all right, here we go. I was hoping to meet with my client. Walkie-talkie just finished questioning. I'll bring him out. Great, finally. It's been 1.5 years since you've had him. Yo, sup, my little imposter? Eek, what you call me? Dizam, it's you? Sorry, G. Thought you were Alita. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a clink thing. You wouldn't understand. Did I say imposter? I meant poster. Like poster girl, alright? If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl? Because she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel. A fallen angel. So, what can I do for you? You don't look so chipper today, Walkie. Worried about your, heart condition, maybe? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh my god. My chair is fighting me. Hold on. There we go. Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man's fight to protect what's valuable to him. You know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer, not gopher. Okay, what do you got to say? So, I hear you're to be married next month? Straight up. We poured the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Alita, oh, Snapple Cakes. She's so fine. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Tila, but she was, well, very vague. Oh, well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I'd best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, it's past is past, she knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? And my Alita, she's down with that all the way. Both of them are mum about their past. Okay. Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and pal Merictus? There's something you should know. The Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Ravalis family. So about 6 months back, I go into Ravalis turf, packing a knife, right? And you were shot? Coldest thing I've ever seen. One shot to the heart. My homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know? You know that? So, you were taken to the Emeritus Clinic then? You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's angry. The bullet that hit you was never removed? And it's still there, threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. The Ravalis paid him off, I'm sure of it. I need to hear more about the night of the murder, that much is clear. Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. But my old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better to live fast and die young, faux shizzle. Wait till I run the yard. Then everyone will know what time it is. That's right, OG time, all the time. Represent. Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. Okay. What can we show him that might give us some information? The knife? We'll start with the knife. About these weapons. Pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. I snuck them out that night. So, the killer Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was... I guess it was me. I was there after all. Ugh. We're finished. Yo, Walkie. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't beat around the bush, do you? I like your style, shorty. Okay, so is he gonna... We have another thing? Yeah. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Huh? The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet in my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, I never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him there in the park, and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? No, so to explain, the noodle guy actually gave us the hint that Merectus always tried to do everything that What's-His-Face could do better. However, the cart was taken out at night, right? So what I really think what it is the noodle guy stated that he gets done before 10 o'clock. So he's not out there at nighttime selling noodles to people. So I think Merectus was trying to sell noodles to the nighttime crowd because he was trying to help him out because he thought that he was his friend. That's what I think. If you value your life, you'll bring the stand. Shorty, you're more whack than I am, and that's saying something. But I was serious. The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was me who did him in. You know what I'm saying? You just cheaply heated some frozen Alfredo and smashed that real fast? Hey, there you go. Do what you gotta do. Maybe he knows something about the car. Nope. Okay, he just wants his girlfriend here. He doesn't even want to talk about his damn checkup. So the other thing is these could be his, because he had the checkup the same day that the guy was killed. Okay, well, we can't do anything more with him yet. Let's go back to this clinic. Nope, nothing there. Yutaki Mansion, then? Okay, here we go. June 16th, Yutaki Mansion. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? Uh-oh. I think I just heard one of them say, "Oh my god, it's him!" Wait, that motorcycle. Ah, if it isn't for Hair Forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some famous fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god! Oh my god, he's so cool! Thus the screams. New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them. They'll love it. Oh, oh, he's so cute. They're so excited. Doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe. Oh, too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that. Ugh, it's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Ah, machines. Tell me you share my angst, Hair Forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. You're fading? Have a good stream. I hope your viewers enjoy the show. Hell yeah. Huge fan of the Ace Attorney games yourselves? Nice, nice. Well, yeah, we're probably going to try and go through a lot of them, but next week we will have the remaster of Persona 3, so we will be playing that as well. And then we'll probably swap off between them. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, go get some sleep, you rest up, and I will talk to you probably sometime tomorrow. You have a good one. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me, in any case. The detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah, she's in a foul mood, too. Be gentle. Auf Wiedersehen, baby. Oh my god! Oh my god, there it goes! And the forecast for the park today? Gloomy skies. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. Okay, I guess we're going to the park. June 16th, People Park. Huh? Something about this scene looked different to you. The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it? Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The white-frocked detective from yesterday. He seems to be apologizing reverently. For the trash can? She's under a lot of stress. Well, the investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there! Uh-oh. If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, Detective Sky. Hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable. Miserable! Just got a new kit, and I can't get the stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles for that glamorous fop. Glamorous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point. Doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting. Munch, 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 munch. Speaking of distracting. I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Okay. Well, can I give you this? Fingerprint analysis is the very basis of modern forensic science. I guess you could put it that way. And you two know how to dust your prints on your own now. Make sure to examine anything you find that might have prints on it. Okay, we'll talk to her in a little bit. It's obvious we need to deal with this footprint. The tarps that were here yesterday are gone. I wonder why Detective Sky put them out. Yeah, the only thing they were covering on the ground. Oh, you know, I think I see something there. A print. A print. Poor Mr. Elderloon. His stand's been... okay, this is part of the stand. This isn't the footprint. Been standing there since this whole thing started. It almost looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for children. I think its owner would disagree. Okay. Maybe we can talk to her about it? Mind me asking what exactly it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that? Oh, you want to know, do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue. It's obviously a plaster mold. This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh. Does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? Aha! So with that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Huh? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of opposing teams and all. Oh, pshaw. You're friends. And to tell you the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Yes, I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Yes? Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print, we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should I start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, there's the place to start. Here's the place to start. Shoe prints. Shoe prints. Prepare to be examined. Ooh, this is exciting. Right. Here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press A where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. Doesn't look too hard. If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. Okay. There we go. Not bad. You're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. She brought a whole fucking hairdryer? Just press A to blast it with that dryer. There. Give it a shot. Okay. Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight now with A and roll it up and down. Keep going till you get enough ink on there for a good print. Right. Now the moment you've been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here it goes. Let's see if we get a match. It looks like he stepped on gum or something. Comparison complete. Match found. So the shoe print belongs to Waki Kitaki after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ah, nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case with science. Well, that certainly brightened her mood. Okay, well, we definitely need to do more. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, I say. Now, to pick which print to analyze. This one. Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take it out of the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Right, now the moment you've been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here it goes. There it is. Huh? That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange, so smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking at this print, doesn't match any print on our list. Mystery print. Okay, maybe now I have to look at the damn shoe again. Bottom's covered with paint. What's this weird shape here? Okay, this is the same stuff. Okay, maybe I can present it to her. They say the Meritus Clinic. Hey! What? This slipper. Look right here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we can get a print off of that? Sure. Toes have prints just like fingers do, you know. This little clue might be a gold mine. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints, so we won't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. Okay. How do I do it? Do I need to talk to her about that? This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. Yep. It is a shoe print of some kind, though. Oh my god. Come on, guys. Put 2 and 2 together, please. It does make you wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind, oh thank god, please. Something I might have left this mystery shoe print? This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Yes. I'm pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. You know, I think I have a culprit right here. Take that! Well, I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? Look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See? Right here? Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? It makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Meritus Clinic. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved? Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the Meritus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Really? Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Detective Sky's orders added to the court record. Right, Meritus Clinic, here comes justice. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonders of that is forensic science. Now to pick which print you want to analyze. Okay, we're going to analyze these because why not? Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. Like, we know that this is the panty thief. But we're gonna try it anyways. You know, just to see if maybe the victim wasn't actually standing where we thought he was. That's weird. Is that a nail? Is that like a bent nail? No. No. Yeah, okay, it is him. Yeah, we thought so. I guess it's just a symbol that he's a part of the shoe. These shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony. Well, for the final version, at least. We know where the panty snatcher was standing. Okay. Okay, we need to go to El Dunes. Ah, you two again. When, oh when will you learn? Look at me. Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky. Yesterday was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Okay, finally. We can finally get inside the clinic. So far, it looks pretty normal, but there's all the slippers. Okay, so the slippers can be from the front desk. They're not issued during the thing. Whoa, what's up with those shoes, though? And why are all the bowls here? Huh. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. These must be the slippers for the patients at the clinic. The same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. The paint from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Okay. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait. But why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it was a visitor that's come to see Dr. Merictus. You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these just in case. Those are definitely female shoes. I wonder if it belongs to what's his face's girlfriend, Tiala or whatever her name is. I mean, it does have her general color theme. Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldoon's Noodles. They're Mr. Salty. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldoon must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Interesting. So he stole the bowls to wash them, probably because he saw people were getting food poisoning from the place right next door. Because of all the salt. Clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Okay. Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. Kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks. I don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Thump. Oh, Apollo! Sound came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break-in. They left through that window. Wait, Apollo! Too late to catch them now. That must be her experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Really? You're gonna label her as an actual panty snatcher chaser? Girl chased down one panty snatcher, and now she's a pro. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check out the room first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Okay. Why is this on the ground? Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at that cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on a part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish, so it's paint. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. Oh my god, more evidence? Holy shit. Books and paper are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of that cup, it's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. What about the bottle? This potted plant has seen better days. Huh. It doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe? I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe? And maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting us nowhere fast. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Huh. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait. You think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we knew the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What can we work with? Nothing about the... Oh. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh. This could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off this. Let's try it out. Hell yeah. Hey, it worked. That looks like... Oh, big toe, maybe? Wait. I mean, it's great that we got the print. But is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print. Seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Okay, wait. We didn't get the toe print off this one. Can I get it off this? There it is. Okay. We'll get it off this one as well. This could be a vital piece of evidence. Yeah, because if we can compare this to the other toe print, then we'll know that the person that was there that night was possibly female. Which it looks exactly the same. Hey, it worked. Alright. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her? Get some expert advice? I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Okay, but we have both of those prints. This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. I wonder what's left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slip. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. The bulb is broken. It won't turn on. Oh? How's it broken? Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Eek! Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. My finger! Ugh, you're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Teehee, gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my co-workers injuring themselves on the evidence. Okay. So we know that those match up, without a doubt. But nothing there. Really? 7, 9. I don't think there'd be anything in the evidence that we have right now. Something that could help us figure out the last two numbers. I wonder. I mean, I don't think we have anything, do we? Seven, 9. That would be a bit too lucky, don't you think? Well, I suppose. Only there was something that could finger which buttons had been pressed. Oh, shit. This is actually a good thing. Something that could finger which buttons have been pressed, huh? Maybe there is a way after all. Okay, let's do it. No, we're doing it. I didn't even think of that. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to do is know what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next two numbers are. Take that! When you press the buttons, you have to touch them with your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open the safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? But on top of that, we might be able to get the prints of whoever tried to open the safe. So, if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Just pour it all over this. Okay. 7952. Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Oh. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so we have 7952. Cool. That was straightforward. It opened. Wait, that's another bullet. This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of the safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. That's probably the second bullet that was fired from the gun. Bullet added to the court record. Wow, it's all mushed. That was one tough safe. You know, it looks kind of yummy. Huh? Like ice cream. Mmm, caramel. You certainly have an active imagination, Tracy. There's here. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. Well, we gotta go talk to Eldoon. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Walkie Kitaki. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be in here in this safe? Let's see. The physician's signature says Pal Merictus. Eh? What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alida Tiala. Alida Tialida is Walkie's fiance. That's one Ida too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So, Alida Tiala worked at the Merictus Clinic. I'm never going to get her name right, I swear. And she had access to Walkie Kitaki's medical chart. You got the I and the Y wrong, Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Okay. Not gonna talk about the cat? Whoa, what are those? The wall's covered in beakers. Hey, something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Okay, I think that's everything we need in this room. The window is ajar. That must be how the burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick you? Yeah, there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. Interesting. So it's looking more and more like it's pointing towards Alita. Okay, our guy's not here. Where is he? Mr. Eldoon's house has seen better days. I'm betting I've eaten better noodles. Anything in the garage randomly? Can we examine the cat again? Hey, a kitty cat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Meow. Not coming down. You do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. Oh, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. Okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. I'd be more worried about the cat disappearing in her panties. Given that's what she uses all of her damn magic tricks with. Okay. Let's go back to the mansion. Go to the park. See if Sky's still here. There she is. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Well, next she'll have us analyzing face prints. That would be hilarious. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Ah, Trucy, wait. What? This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet. Oh, right. We can use this in the trial tomorrow. Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly. These sandals. It's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Yep. I think I just might, actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with this other print?
Take that!
This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good. Hey, you're the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or, do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer. To the truth. No, we know who it belongs to. Don't lie. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go back to the agency. And then what if we go to the detention center? Can we talk to him and be like, hey, she works there, bro? Well, the time of the decision is upon us. Which one of our two jailbirds do we want to talk to? Excuse me. Both detainees are currently in questioning to corroborate their accounts. Mr. Stickler and Walkie? Both of them? I pity the questionnaire. I guess we'll be back then. Really? God damn it. Okay, we can't talk to this doctor. Maybe Noodle Man's back? Eldoon. Fucking Eldoon's not here either. We're running out of places to go. Are you guys really going to make me ask them about the trivial stuff? Let's find out. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well, he helped me out long a time ago. You might say he saved me? Isn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed the test. But, you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous, right. The prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glimmerous and more simmerous, you know? No, actually, I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney badge. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy nor one of his. But let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyways. Wow, okay. Is there anything else we can show her? I doubt she's going to be able to do anything with this. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Nope, okay. Okay, can I look at it? Waki Chikaki, Alita Tala, age 19 male, bullet lodged near heart. Oh, wait, why is there a number 27 up there? 4649 for the ID. We already looked at that. We already looked at all this. Okay, well, we don't have anything else that we can really deal with her. Let's go back to... Yeah, he's not here still. We didn't miss anything in the clinic, right? No. Okay. They're still not here. Okay, we're missing something simple. Okay, we can go here now. Hickfield Clinic. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? You want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still in high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about the evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. Doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Okay. That's all we got from him. I don't think he'd give us any insight on any of this. Let's go back to the detention center. There we go. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back, and Daddy's... Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, Man. Now I'm all in a funk, and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Because I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days, I wonder why I do what I do. Can I show him this? Oh, what's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look. I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it. Hollow. Take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh. You lawyers do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Alright, cool. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The Mercus Clinic. That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala. She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What'd she say? Come on, Give it some thought. She said it real quiet like, on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you marry me. So, that was the proposal? You know it, oath of love, right there in the hospital room. Just like that. The op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? Know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet in that at that checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew that that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Interesting. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft. Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please, don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. You feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? Okay, let's watch this. This is probably his tell. He's bouncing around. You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Okay, so he doesn't care about that. Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. I knew it. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Sandals updated in the court record. Oh, there we go. Okay, he doesn't know anything about the slippers. But we know that she left her shoes and wore the slippers. Which makes me wonder if she stole the car and it is the one that hit Phoenix Wright. Because the doctor couldn't have stolen the car because he got shot that day. Or he couldn't have taken the car because he was pulling the cart. So it must have been Alita that took the car, swerved to go and hit Phoenix, got out, and most likely was the one that also shot him. She probably tried to shoot him while he was in the safe. That's where the first bullet was. And then she drove over there to finish the job. Okay, so I'm almost certain it's Alita that's the murderer in this whole thing. At this point. All right. All right, last thing. Eldoon, are you here? Eldoon's house. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is the doctor still. Sniffle. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldoon. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this? A medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon? What? What's going on here? Well, that's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. Oh, that chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. Can't put him on trial. He's ABD. What? ABD? A big dumbass. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Oh shit! He was wearing noodles on his head. All right, he's in his new look. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller is not doing so well. His true form, exactly. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah. But this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that the bullet's stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is that it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug, there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, at tops. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. How could Dr. Merrick just do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he failed. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. Takis. You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So, he skips the operation and Walkie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Merictus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trixie Doll, waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eltoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie, he's real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah. The problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Oh. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking? Apollo? Oh, she's trying to steal all the money. What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Oh shit. To be continued. Alright, we're gonna take a short little... we're gonna take a short recess, everyone, while I go and grab some water. I'll be right back. Ugh. All right, we are back with some water. How's everybody doing? Everybody still hanging in there? How we all liking the trial so far? Congratulations. Uh-oh. What are we congratulating for? What did I do? Save complete. Hell yeah. Okay. Here we go. Continue to the next chapter. Oh, here we are, everybody. It's time. June 17th. This is it. Big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah. I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh. What time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. Fuck, not this guy again. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, I just realized that he steals her hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Oh, he's back. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. Ooh. Ooh. It's barely morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Phoenix. She better be adopted. Well, she has to be adopted because if she isn't, and she's 30 and he's 33 right now. No, that would mean he would have her at 18 still. I wonder who the mom is then. If she's the legitimate daughter, I'm wondering who the mom is. If she's not a legitimate daughter, then she's adopted. But I am curious. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's going to be the witness? That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today. That much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Don't insinuate, Trucy, that there's a killer hiding in your panties. Don't insinuate that. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold out house. Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at that time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Air Judge, and today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Air Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well. You may show the, lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fräulein. Alida Talia. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. Perhaps she's got a killer something in there. No, Dimitri, that's bad. Don't make me get the squirt bottle. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Walkie Kitaki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. All right, future wife. What was the plan? It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Walkie found out that Dr. Merktis had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. Let's look her over. We have to look for any tells. And, well, you already know what happened that night. I just don't know. I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it. So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family, then? Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes. This has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Walkie's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Okay, well, we already know the one in question here. It was the day that the family's health checkup results came back. When Walkie found out that Dr. Merktis lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. Hold it! So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Walkie's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. It sounds like he had a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Waki had access to a pistol. Oh, and you already know what happened that night.
Hold it!
What happened? Meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did, but Waki wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is to blame yourself, miss. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. I want to get the bullet markings from this, or the rifling marks.
Hold it!
How can you say that for certain? How?
Objection!
Air forehead. You will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah. That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Did someone else have used that pistol? No, dude, there was definitely another. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Definitely her.
Take that!
Well, of course. I mean you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé? And killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... it does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, but to be sure. But I think I would hesitate and murder. I'd hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Talia, and the victim.
Take that!
That looks like a medical chart? Found inside the safe at the Merictus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Oh, she's sweating. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. Uh-oh, her entire expression changed. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now? Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love.
Objection!
There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Meritus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Meritus Clinic. Shoes.
Take that!
These sandals were found in the Meritus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Oh, well, who knows? I'm sure there's lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Freyloin, but your act isn't working. Oh. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. Is Claver against us or helping us? Like, are we just double teaming everybody that comes on the witness stand? What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found at the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Meritus Clinic that day? I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean the mistake where we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there's still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. She took them off so they wouldn't make sound. They would not make sound when she walked up to the office to try and shoot him. I would have worn those sandals home too. So, why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, Porter? Oh, what the? No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Okay. You did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since you quit in January. Got it? I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. Okay. The doctor's always was a timid man, Too timid. I keep looking at her to find any ticks. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
Hold it!
No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something. I know it. You must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
Objection!
Damn it. Okay, that contradicts, yep.
Hold it!
But then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him. For us. She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah. I didn't want them to take my Waki away. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened to that clinic, and fast. We know what happened. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol.
Hold it!
Did you want Dr. McCardis to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah. I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure, knowing the doctor. Okay. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Okay, we already pressed on both of those.
Hold it!
You mean that that act of malpractice on Waki, correct? If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier. Disturbing thought. We know that the Meritus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to. So I knew I had to warn him. Okay. I went to warn him, after all.
Hold it!
Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Meritus in half a year? Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So, why did you go to the clinic that day? Okay, so we've pressed on all of them.
Objection!
There we go. This chart was found inside the safe in the doctor's office. Yes. Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Ugh. Mind filling me in? Dr. Merrick just didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad air, Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Merrick did. Kind of mistakes is hard to claim kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? Oh, shit. You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. And the doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh shit. We're activating the Sharingan again. Huh. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday. Like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Huh? What's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do? You have to perceive yourself, Apollo. Perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. Well, then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why. The bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic for okay. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. Look for it. Look for it. Do we see anything? The only thing I see is the shifting of the eyes, but there's too many spots where she does that, and this is the new one. It has to be on this. Maybe it doesn't actually appear until we perceive it.
Gotcha!
Got it. Got it. I figured it was the ring. Why would I go to a clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? Oh, why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Huh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. Huh. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Because of this right here.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew that Waki's chest x-ray you knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. I had the hardest time with that sentence. Ugh. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Eek! Why the hell did feathers just fly off of her? Well, we got her. Hell yeah. Sharingan powers kicked in. That's all, Your Honor. Whoa. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Merictus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it! I broke her testimony! Amazing, Apollo! I didn't see it at all! Daddy was right about you. Wait! Huh? Miss Tiala? It's true. That chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. This is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Oh, I was so close. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. How can you hear my thoughts, Trucy? Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. I don't believe it. We're gonna showcase the bullet.
Objection!
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Merectus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Oh shit, it's an objection off. Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? Oh shit, he's sweating. I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Oh, fuck. More objections. Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? Huh. The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Air Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. "30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. The pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Merectus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in the position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alida Tiala. Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alida Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? Uh-oh. You keep talking trash about my, Alida, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh? Me? Yeah. You said you'd abuse my, Alida. What? You did not. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot the doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too, there in the park. Waki, just cool down a sec. You keep your hands off my Alida, or I'll... Miss Tiala, I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Waki, wake up and smell reality. Alida, baby. The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alida. Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyways. So, the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way. That's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me? Accuse. Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if the chart was found. But I didn't have the pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken Walkie's. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I heard him say is, it was me, I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fräulein wanted that shot. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe. But then, wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. You see, that chart wouldn't have been left in the safe. Ah! He's right. Miss Tiala. Yes? It is clear to the court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it is time you told us the truth? Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Meritus Clinic on the day of the crime. Oh, shit. We gotta break down her testimony again? Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted the chart, but I failed to get it. So I went back to that clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Meritus was shot in the temple or not. Wait, how did she know that he was shot in the temple? You went back later? That chart was dangerous. You understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get that chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Meritus was shot. I heard about the shooting. Waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah, that was you? Oh, Apollo, that sound came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Break-in. They left through the window. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? It's trespassing. And brazen at that. Oh, this is a trial for trespassing now. Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid a big one, eh? Okay. Yes, I went to that clinic to speak to the doctor. Okay, we know that to be fact. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. We know that's true. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole that pistol, do you? Okay.
Hold it!
But you could have stolen it. Could have. Is this some new definition of proof? We'll ask Walkie. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. Ugh. He's right, isn't he? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Meritus was shot in the temple or not. Okay, how did she know that, though? doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard the testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. No, we've proved that he was up to the north. The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
Objection!
Yes, objection. That testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us, Air Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness's panties guy was standing into the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie-Talkie was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Sticker at the witness mark. And of course, Pal Marquetis was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when the victim was shot? Someplace else. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Huh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? What? You don't get the ability to do this? Like so. Double penalty? Air Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction? Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Okay, first off, how does he get the ability to just tell us that we're gonna get double penalties? Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. I mean, we know that the spot was here.
Take that!
This is where the killer shot from. I hadn't thought of that. None of us did, Your Honor. And this explains the wound in the right temple. How? I haven't thought of that. An amusing diversion, Mr. Justice. Penalty. What? Yes, amusing. Like your career, Mr. Justice. Fine, rub it in. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to try again. Okay. So I have to do it right behind the cart, even though technically speaking, the footprints were on that side.
Take that!
This is where the killer shot from. Oh, no, don't even. Oh, come on. No way. No way. That's enough. I see no need to further prolong this trial. The defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. This court finds the defendant, Waki Kitaki. Oh, come on. How do I have to put it? Those make the only sense. Court is adjourned. Okay, how far back? Retry from this scene. Yes, please. Yes, amusing. Like your career, Mr. Justice. Okay. Oh, inside the cart?
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude. Wow, inside the cart. That's so dumb. To Miss Alida Tiala. Oh, what do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order! 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 So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Merictus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'd think you'd notice if you were pulling something along. If you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in the stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Do we have proof that someone was in the stand? I mean, we have this. And the red paint on the cord is from the bowl, because the paint from the bowl peels off. Oh, okay. I've got it right here. You Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone is hiding in the noodle stand. This is the only thing I can think of.
Take that!
Emeritus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Ugh! Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. Ugh! In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand.
Objection!
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. The park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Oh shit. Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, Ja. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. That's not true. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to have been removed. The bowls. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen El Dunes noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Meritus Clinic. Large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Meritus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. Ooh. He's there listening to all this. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Meritus. More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I am giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. I was Dr. Meritus pulling that stand that night. What was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. All right, another testimony from this damn bitch. That night, I went to ask Dr. Meritus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family hands. But Dr. Meritus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation. You tried to get rid of that chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Wait, so I have to perceive again? Yep, we do. I want to ask Dr. Meredith for the chart. We already pointed out the other one, so I don't think that that's going to be a thing. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family hands. Dr. Meredith didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. I mean, it definitely has to be this one. Because we know she didn't just talk to him.
Gotcha!
Got it. All I did was talk. All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. Huh. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in that Meredith's clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. I mean, it's the bullet again, right?
Take that!
I knew you were bluffing. Huh? I could tell by the way you fondled your spiky hair. Oh, she found my habit. Better rethink this. Oh, it's the lamp. It's gotta be the lamp, right? There are signs of a struggle in the bullet in the safe. Miss Tiala was willing to do anything to get that chart. So something happened. But what? Okay. So it's got to be the lamp then, right?
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. Ugh. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb's broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Eh? Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alida Tiala. Please remove your scarf. Eek. Did she really cut her neck on the fucking lamp?
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm a an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Tiala? Altia Tiala. Oh, shit. Oh, he tried to strangle her with the cord? What? Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Merctus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. Wait! Looking at this lamp in the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Merctus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night in the Merctus Clinic. Stupid thing is flapping. Order! 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 Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Merctus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. You have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin. What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company. You. What happened next? You jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then you took that cord. Hal Mercadis was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. She didn't fucking black out. So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? Ugh. I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I? Ugh. Uh-oh. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Merctus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for the events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. No, dude! Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions from Ms. Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Mrs. Tiala? No. Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this.
Objection!
Yes. The prosecutor's gonna save us. Not so fast. This party's just getting started. All right, Dante. Now we rock. What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin. Hal Merrick just choked Alicia. Yeah, that girl. My God, I always mess up her name. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There is more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have had been out for a while. Oh, wrong character. Even still, if it was her in that noodle stand... Oh, he put her in there. Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Merrick just pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me, Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Merictus some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie, so she went to the Merictus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Merictus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? Huh. Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Merictus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? I mean, it's either going to be the cart or the bullet.
Take that!
As his next move, Dr. Merictus stole Guy Elderlin's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place? Ah, wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Merictus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Merictus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Objection!
Then let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Walkie Kitaki?
Objection!
I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? The river, dumbass. That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Meritus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging the stand?
Take that!
There? That's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into a river? He didn't have many other options, Fräulein. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alida Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler of panty-snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant, oh shit. So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Walkie's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala? Huh. Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Meritus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Where of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Herr Forehead's errors? Oh, maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car? That's right. The Meritus Clinic has that big garage. In which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. Ugh. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Eh? Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night. The car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh, yes. I'd nearly forgotten about that. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car? Because he's not going to take it back to the scene of a fucking crime. Ugh. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. Bro, why do you keep picking on our forehead? No. No! Order! 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 Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Meritus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. I have to choose from these three? Someone else stole the stand. The car didn't run. He carried the body in the car. That wouldn't make sense, though. Because if he carried the body in the car... Okay. We know there was paint on the slipper. The only way the paint would have been on the slipper is if she was there when the car hit it. So he did carry the body in the car. That whole interaction happened way before the murder. So why would he have pulled the cart, though? Oh, because he thought his career as a medical person was done, so he was going to follow after Eldune's footsteps and start selling noodles. Yeah, no, this is it. This is it. This is definitely it. The victim used the car to carry the body. Ah, so you're throwing out everything you've proven up till now? Well, if the car wasn't broken. I admire your adaptability in the face of impossible odds. Yet this does not explain why he was pulling that stand. What's going on? Is Prosecutor Gavin trying to tell me something? Perhaps we need to ask you again. This is truly your last chance. The defense will... Really? That's not it? Someone else stole the stand? Actually, it was someone else who stole that stand. Then why was the victim pulling it? Well, you would have had to steal it from someone else. Really? So this is so dumb. I'll ask you again. This is truly your last chance. I have an idea. It's all coming together. How would this be? I don't even understand that one. That night, Dr. Merkis couldn't use his car. Huh. Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence? Show us the proof why the car wouldn't run that night.
Take that!
This is proof of why the car broke down that night? Okay, so the original assumption is the correct one. He didn't want to return it to the scene of the crime. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, it's proof of a malfunction, all right. A malfunction in Air Forehead's brain. The court accepts this evidence. What? What? Mr. Justice, you amend your malfunction and present evidence that makes sense. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. It goes all the way back to the panties. Are you joking me right now?
Take that!
Let's see now. Panties? Again? That was going to be the final option that I had to choose. I was like, there's no way there's... And the only reason why is because Gavin mentioned about the exhaust pipe being clogged. All sorts of things come out... All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Meritus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break down just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust, and they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Meritus garage. From that time, until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Meritus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. This fucking guy needs to stop air guitaring. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc. You know what you did. Ah! Walkie? You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait! Let me explain. Fine. I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No! He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two. Aw, shit. Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went out to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Meritus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Eh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alida Tiala doing? She confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. We lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Air Forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Hey, we did it. Court is adjourned. Thank you very much. We did fail that one time, but there was like a lot of different possibilities. I'm just going to blame it on that. The fact that there was a lot of different possibilities of what it could have been. I guess maybe I was just overreaching on some of them. Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did somehow. Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes. Or to blame, I guess. You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-headed attorney with a death wish. Enough, Walkie. Oh, it's him. Ah, Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie? Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do. Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? I mean, it's definitely the chart.
Take that!
The checkup. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. Huh. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. It's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. Huh. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Oh, he opened up his eyes. Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Look at him, he looks respectable now. Man. I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Walkie? Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My, Walkie. No. It's as it should be. Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest Kitaki lime pie. He's opening up a pie shop? So long. He didn't say capiche this time. That makes me sad. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, you make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Huh, why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that I still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. How about we reveal where you got the bracelet? Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why, claim our reward from Mr. Eldu. Ah, salty noodles, right. You got to stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, it's special, all right. Please, anything but ham. And there we go. Trial 2 has been completed. And with that, we will be moving on to episode 3. But we will do that tomorrow. Thank you very much. Definitely still enjoying the game. I think it's super fun still. So look forward to tomorrow. Thank you all. How many episodes are there? I have no idea. I think 4. I think 4 for the first game. So we're trying to finish it up. Is it 6 for the first game? For the first Apollo Justice game? Okay. Well, either 4 or 6, I don't know. I only saw 4 on the list. But maybe there's some hidden ones. But we're trying to finish it up before the 1st. When we get Persona 3's remaster, which we'll be playing. And then we'll swap between Persona and episodes of this. From the looks of it, from this last case, it took us 8 hours total. Give or take. So we'll be splitting up each episode across probably 2 days. So we'll try and finish up episode 3 in the next 2 days. So come by and hang out for that. If not, I might be trying to post these on YouTube. We'll see. Yeah. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out. VR, thank you for the raid. Raiders, thank you if you stuck around. And if you enjoy what you saw, feel free to give a follow. And hopefully I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Y'all have yourself a good one. Bye now.